I think Sally Ann got that name when she's thinking of me.
I'm glad you said that, man.
Well, we do a bit of cabbage, really. I have time, haven't I?
I think you've time for some cabbage,
I
yeah.
have, yeah, come on.
So did you want us to drain that there?
No, no, watch that, sure. Okay. This is called chef's trick.
Okay.
All in. That'd be enough. We only do a bit of cabbage, will we?
Okay.
I'm using induction heat. Anyone at home have the induction heat cooking? Yeah? Okay, you like it? Okay. It does take me... See that there now? I'll just turn that on and have a look. It's instant. It's instant now. It really is instant. It does take getting used to. Now,
Yeah.
I'm the old-style cook. Gas, gas, gas. But look at that, yeah?
Yeah, straight away the heat.
Even Mark's impressed.
And then you take it off and it stops straight away, doesn't it? Well, once you
Does,
get
yeah,
used to
very
that,
good.
it's
Sorry,
fine.
Mark. Sorry, Mark.
I'd love a Miele oven. I just moved into a new apartment. Anyone here from Miele?
So I've got some Yorkie here. Not the Yorkie bar now. The cabbage. I just shredded it, washed and shredded, okay? I love using the green leaves. I think cabbage is great. Actually, I think cabbage is a beautiful vegetable. Very underrated, isn't it? For all of us. I mean, I'd love everyone to eat cabbage because there's a great profit in cabbage as a restaurant. The chef, you know.
It's very posh cabbage, isn't it?
Posh. 8 Chinese guys here that would say, look, he's doing cabbage in water in a wok. Huh?
What else are you going to put in there now?
Well, I'm going to hang on. It cooks a little bit. I don't want to... I mean, there's al dente and there's al dente, you know, isn't there?
Actually, this is what you were saying earlier about building flavours, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Well, cooking is all about building blocks, isn't it? I suppose of all the dishes a cook would do that would have that would be risotto, probably.
Yeah.
Risotto, I mean, you have to build it up. And as saying, actually, there's one word I use... you're fast. There's one word I was saying last night to someone. What makes a good cook? There's one word, actually. Anyone know what it is? Presentation? Patience. Who said patience? Patience.
Love.
Very good. Very good, Catherine. Yes, patience.
Well, look, that's cooking.
That's why I'm no good.
Well, that's cooking. Have you polished all that off? Oh, and did you like it? What do you think?
Lovely.
There's a little bit left there.
That's for you.
Is that for me? Oh, great. Okay, let's have a little taste of this. Now, you're hardly going to say it's gick, are you? It's good, isn't it? Yeah, full marks there, Derry.
Full marks?
Yeah. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take... Oh. Thank you very much. We're going to ask... So the recipes, some of the recipes are in the event guide, and the other ones are going to be up on the Food and Wine Show website. So we're going to ask the illustrious Raymond Blake, wine editor, Food and Wine magazine, to come on stage.
Hooray.
Ross, thank you. Thank you.
You're going to tell us a little bit about the wine that you've chosen.
Yeah, I've chosen a wine in each of the demonstration kitchens this weekend. I'm choosing a wine to go with the main course that the chef is doing. So I'm thinking of the ham that Derry was cooking. Now, with a ham, you want plenty of fruit in the wine that you're choosing. I've got a Chilean Merlot here from Carmen. Okay. Now I would go for a Merlot, for instance, rather than a Cabernet Sauvignon, which is a more tannic grape. In Bordeaux, where you know, Merlot and Cabernet are the great building blocks of Bordeaux. You always say that Cabernet gives the structure and the backbone to the wine, and then Merlot puts the fruit on it. Now, if you wanted to think of other things as well, if you said, "Oh my God," you know, if you're a big fan of Sideways, for instance, and the guy is absolutely anti-Merlot, and he says, you know, we're never going to drink Merlot. Don't ever take me to the dark side, he said. If you need something else, think of a good, and I emphasize a good Beaujolais. Good Beaujolais goes very well with ham. If you can't stand red wine at all, then I'd be thinking in terms of Chardonnay. But I think this wine has got nice fruit to go with the flavour. Derry, there's quite a few flavours coming out of the mustard, the honey, the ham, and so on and so forth. You want something with a bit of something to stand up to that, but not a very tannic wine. So I'm going to pour this out to, I refer to this as, this actually isn't the chef's table, this is the victim's table.
Oh,
and we'll see how they...
See you think, well, while you're pouring that, maybe you could just fill us in the last few steps here in your cabbage.
Some cream and butter.
I can...
you have to have it sometimes, let's be honest about it. I mean, you know, it's cream and butter. That's, you know, someone says cream and butter. Yes, why not?
A little bit of...
Some truffle. Absolutely.
Nice.
Nice bit of truffle.
Go.
Some cream, butter. Just say sorry. The carrots I use from the liquid. I do the ham in, threw them in there, and some of that truffle. A little bit of truffle oil maybe, just to give it a kick. And that's really it. We're getting there now. Really, I promise.
There we go.
One last blast. Looks nice, doesn't it? Can you smell that, can you? Can you get that smell of that?
Yes, welcome to Smell-O-Vision.
I suppose you look at this too as a kind of a version on the bacon and cabbage, you know. And there's one thing I always think in Ireland, we are not proud enough of that. Like, who sees soda bread anymore in Dublin? In the country you do, but in Dublin, soda bread? We use soda bread, we have soda bread, we have it on, we have Guinness bread on. Some chefs do have it in Dublin. We don't see it generally around. You know, we should be proud of that. I think bacon and cabbage is actually, someone said death row meal for me would be that. Any bacon with cabbage and a floury spud.
Okay, luckily we've no floury spuds here
with loads. We'd be waiting another hour for the way I'm going. Definitely. But
we don't want to lose you just yet, Derry.
Ross, has Derry earned himself a glass of wine?
I think we can allow that.
I'll taste it, definitely. Bit of water first. I am working tonight, by the way, so recently take hard luck.
I think I'm allowed one.
Does Ross deserve a glass? One of the people here was just mentioning was as the wine being served chilled. It hasn't actually been served chilled. It is a little cool, but it did bring to mind something is that we typically serve red wine too warm in this country. Don't be putting your red wine beside the fire or on top of the ag or the rest of it. It destroys it. We serve red wine too warm. If it's a little bit cool when you serve it in your blazing hot dining room on Christmas Day, it'll soon come up to temperature. But otherwise, you know, it'll never come back down. And if you serve it too warm, it's going to be soupy and lose all definition of flavour. No good at all. If it's a little cool, not a problem.
And you can hug it like this.
Yes.
Wrap your hands around it and it kind of heats it up a little bit as well. Heats up the glass. Sorry, this is your job. What am I saying? I do
but
apologize.
You hug it so well, Ross, you know. Have you done this before?
Oh, once or twice.
And you're allowed slurp, by the way. I know your mammy told you never to slurp. But when you're tasting your wine, you're allowed slurp. Draw the air through it. That brings the oxygen back through the receptors at the back of your nose. You get a much better feeling for the wine, much better flavour, and it sort of takes over there. And I'm very happy with that now. It's nice bit of fruit, good bit of length, persistence and so forth. But it's time to see how it goes with the food. How's the food?
Do you know what I do with wine? I do agree with Raymond. That's the kind of the correct way. I open the bottle and
He's a lash it back man.
And then, for some reason, I don't know about you guys, for some reason, after 2 glasses, I start going a bit. And after 4, I'll stop there.
No, it's just 3, remember? 3 units, 3 units.
It's true, Raymond, something about his wine. I mean, we don't realise, I think, how the alcohol content in wine is.
It's going up and up all the time.
Why is that, though? Is that a reason?
Well, New World thing, isn't it?
Yeah, you could blame global warming, you can blame later harvest of the grapes to get a bigger, richer, sweeter flavour in the wine. There's all sorts of things, but it's a major hobby horse of mine. I'm glad Derry mentioned it. What I refer to as that high tide of rising, ever-increasing levels of alcohol in wine, I think has finally passed. More and more and more people are beginning to say, no, it's too much, it's too strong, I don't want to whack myself over the head with a bottle. So it's beginning to move off again. There's a much greater awareness to that. But it'll take some time for that to change. But I do think that wines have tended to get too strong in alcohol. Yes, no question.
Now, just to point out also, all of the wines that are being tasted here this evening to go with all the dishes that are created by the chefs are also available over here in the Edward Dillon experience. So you can go over and you can taste all the wines that Raymond has been talking about, and then if you like them, you can order them yourselves for Christmas as well.
That's nice wine now. I like that one, I must say.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good.
I didn't make it.
Well chosen. Well, I mean...
Well chosen.
Yeah. Well, I'm killing time here till the ham's ready.
Yeah, we figured that. Yeah.
You may be interested to know, while Derry is speeding the oven up there, you know, Chilean wines, you're probably aware of, are incredibly popular in Ireland. They're now chasing Australia. I mean, it's really neck and neck whether, you know, Australia has 25% of the market, Chile has 24%, something like that. You know, it changes a little bit. But the Chilean people themselves can barely understand their market penetration in Ireland because it isn't matched in the UK, for instance. Whereas Australian wine is equally successful, you might say, between Ireland and the UK. Chilean wine success in Ireland is way in excess of what it is